us, what he's given to us, and then we live our life according to what he's told us, the commandments that he's given. Because he, being the creator, he'll know what's best for us, and what can cause us harm, and what can be a benefit to us. So,
what can I do?
Sorry?
What can I do, or what I have to do?
To become...
As a Muslim, as a human being?
Oh, become a Muslim. It's literally a case of bearing witness. You bear witness that there is none to be worshipped by Almighty God, and that Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the last and final messenger. And when you believe that, you automatically believe in all the messages that came from the beginning of time, from Adam to Noah, Abraham, Jesus, Sodom and David.
But if Muhammad is the last,
sorry?
If Muhammad is the last messenger,
yes.
Who are you now? What are you doing now? You're sending to me, aren't you messenger? Aren't you a messenger?
Not a messenger.
You're a witness.
Yeah.
Just a witness.
No, a witness. What we say is, as a Muslim, it's a duty that God Almighty gives to every Muslim. He goes that you need to give the message. That's the message. The message was completed. The Prophet Muhammad, he came, and God Almighty revealed the last and final revelation, which is the Quran. It reveals Prophet Muhammad, and now the Prophet Muhammad and the Quran tells us that as a Muslim, it's our duty is to give the message. I'm sorry. As a Muslim, it's our duty now. It's to the treasure that we have is to give it to everyone. Give it meaning, literally put it in front of you, say, look, this is a message, this is it, and then it's up to yourself.
What would Allah want me to do now? From now on?
From now on is to live with you acknowledging, you believe in the prophethood of Muhammad, which will directly mean you believe in all the messages, because they all brought the same message, the oneness of God, be it Jesus, Moses, Abraham, peace be upon them all, and then live your life according to how God is telling you, commanding you in the Quran. Yeah. So the Quran is a guidance. It's like, we don't call Islam a religion, because a religion is very kind of restricted term. You know, when you say religion, you think that's something I need to do maybe on a Sunday, you know, for a couple of hours, this, that. When you say Islam is not a religion, we say it's a way of life. It's a system. When you say system, a system, it covers everything in your life. The Quran gives you guidance to every aspect of your life, how to live it, and how to, and by obeying the commands, you can be closer to Almighty God. You're living your life the way He's told you. And what is it that God asks us to do? Just to be grateful, to acknowledge Him, be grateful to Him, worship.
Can I do wrong?
Can you do wrong? Well, as humans, we're all prone to mistakes.
Yes.
That's how we've been created.
Yeah.
And we're all going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
The Quran, God Almighty does not expect perfection from us.
What would Muhammad say about Napoleon?
Napoleon?
Yeah. Napoleon Bonaparte. What would he say about him? Nothing, because he's dead. You don't have to talk about him anymore.
Well, if you try and say is Napoleon prophesized in the Quran or anything like that?
No, that's not what I mean. But as a human being, he had several lives on his account.
Several lives. So you believe in reincarnation?
For example, but he went to Russia, and 450,000 soldiers died because he was at war with Tsar. What would Allah or Muhammad say about that?
Well,
the thing is, it's not so much what Muhammad would say, because Muhammad was just there to get guidance. It's kind of like there's a day of judgment. This is where God actually judges. We can only assume maybe the decision might be in favour or not in favour. But I don't know that much about his history because he bores me. You know, I'm not interested in him. You know, I mean, I see his statues and things like that, but it's not something that interests me. So I don't know much about his life. But the overall thing is, if he's done a lot of good, then maybe God might say. You know,
but God will judge.
But God will judge. But if he's done a lot of bad,
it depends. It's up to Allah. Whatever he's done good, he'll be blessed. Whatever he didn't do, he will be punished. It's up to Allah.
Is there a hell?
We pray. We pray for mercy. We can't.
And there's heaven as well.
He's got free will. You know
that's where we all like to go.
He's got free will, you know, to do right or wrong. If he's never read the Quran, or he doesn't know about Muhammad, or he doesn't know about Islam, that's just, you know, he's bad luck. But
God
is merciful.
Yeah, He's merciful and He's just. So He'll judge everyone
By what they do,
Just
by their merits.
I mean, yeah, by the merits.
So
If a person's lived his whole life never heard about the Quran,
Like
then
anyone.
he will be judged accordingly.
So what did you ask?
Excuse me.
Interested in Napoleon?
Yes, I'm very much, because I make theatre plays, I'm an actor,
Yeah.
and I think he has had an interesting life.
Well, there's many of them in the world. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I can ask you a question.
Yes, of course.
What would you say if you was a judge
About Napoleon.
about Napoleon? Would you say, okay, I'll shade you on the good
I
side?
agree with you that the final judgment can only be done by God. I call him God.
But as a judge, would you say, okay, we'll give you 3 month prison sentence, 6 months, or we'll let you
Well,
off? On technicalities?
Well, by human laws,
yeah.
I think Napoleon was unjustified transport to St. Helena. That's what I think. And that's why I'm standing here, because in Thursday, 200 years ago, Napoleon had lost the war, but it isn't a reason that you lost when you lose a battle that you have to be punished for that.
Yeah. But I think that's where politics plays its role, especially especially at that time. Politics was a very influential.
What is very interesting about the British, in fact, at 4 p.m. on 18th of June, 1850, the Prussians came from the east on the battlefield, and they decided the Battle of Waterloo. If they didn't come, Napoleon was very in favor of winning the.
Yeah, that's very true. Because I know a little bit about Napoleon.
Yes.
And I think it's amazing that you like him because you know when you research his life when he went to Egypt.
Yes.
It's extremely interesting because when he first went there, the overwhelming religion of Egypt was Islam. So when he first went there, he was saying some really nice things about Islam and the Prophet, etc. And what his opposition was saying was, he's only saying this to create good propaganda for his cause. Now here's the interesting part.
Yeah.
They found letters that he had written to some of his close friends and countrymen. And what he was saying, because he spent some time there, so he got to see what the Muslims do, how they worship, how they interact with each other, and also their laws.
Yeah.
And
shall I tell you what he said when he came to St. Helena? And he said, "Oh, that awful rock. Would I stay in Egypt, then I would be leader of all the Eastern world." So he liked it. It was true.
Yeah, he liked it. And one thing he said, and it's actually one of his greatest quotes, but I don't know it word for word. You might have heard of it. You know when he was involved in the war, when the war was going on, he said that interest was the most evil thing ever created.
Yeah.
And his war was against this idea of charging interest on people. And it's quite interesting because if you look at the Islamic Sharia, we do not deal with interest whatsoever. And he said that when he read this in the Sharia, he thought this is amazing. And when he started looking at the rules and regulations that the Muslims follow, he saw that it actually is what would create a harmonic society.
Yeah.
So when he went around Europe, he tried to implement certain laws, certain Sharia laws, as and when he could. Now, because he wanted to abolish interest, the Rothschilds, they didn't really want to get involved.
But Napoleon, in fact, was a very opportunist. When he saw the chance to do something, he would do it, and he was very. It wasn't a nice man. I think he was very political and say.
He was politically minded, yes, yeah. But there's an actual.
I'm sorry, I will have two more runs.
Yeah, of course. Just really quick, there is a book written about Napoleon by a Muslim revert. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called, but do a Google search on it. I think it's on Amazon. I'm not too sure how much it costs, but I think you would really enjoy it, and I think you'd really appreciate it as well. Yeah, and he's got photographs of his written letters and stuff like that.
And I will give you my, what's called, my card.
Yes, that'd be great.
Yeah, you've got it. Okay, very good.
Okay, fantastic.
I will go there. Thank you for this.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, brother.